As a global community, the IACP is dedicated to advancing the law enforcement profession on an international scale. One key focus to global policing is providing opportunities for law enforcement professionals to expand their global network. Global Policing Director Vince Hawkes and Deputy Commissioner for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Bryan Larkin are here to discuss more. Gentlemen, welcome.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
So the I in IACP stands for international, right? So how does the IACP shape global policing?
Well, we realize that typically people look at IACP and see a domestic organization. So in the last number of years, with the assistance of the Board of Directors, really tried to enhance that international piece. So really build up that I piece. So we developed the global policing area of IACP and enhance that by adding more resources, allowing for more engagement worldwide, develop new programs around the world, and really enhance that international piece for IACP.
And how's it structured? How do you structure the global work within the IACP?
Well, what we did is we divided the world into 7 different regions, and each one of those regions have a world regional chair, of which the Deputy Commissioner is one of them. And those world regional chairs, they provide input and guidance to the Board of Directors on what's happening within their region. So all of those regional perspectives are built into what IACP does globally.
And that's the uniqueness of this, is when you bring together the 7 world chairs, we're able to talk about issues, themes, policing priorities, public safety priorities, structure, legislation. And one of the things we recognize that globally, many of the issues that we're facing are a global issue. And so the power of the International Association of Chiefs of Police is it brings police leaders from across the world together to innovate, to actually create think tanks that actually can change the way we provide public safety across the world. And so I think that that's where the gem and the hidden gem of the IACP really is.
Let's talk about one of those. There's a lot of focus, isn't there, on road safety. You know, a lot of people die through road accidents. So tell us a little bit about what the IACP is doing about that.
Well, we're very fortunate to be one of the major partners on the enforcement side of the Bloomberg Initiative on Global Road Safety. So in 2017, the IACP was in 1 city in South America. Right now, we're in many cities around the world, enhancing this focus on 4 factors, whether it's speeding, drunk driving, helmet use, and seatbelt or any type of restraint. So we provide the technical assistance and the training. We've trained over 10,000 people within a 2-year period of time, just on those initiatives where we can bring in those expertise. We can develop and work with the partners in the country in order to reduce, which is now 1.3 million deaths a year in low and middle income countries.
And one of the key programs from the Road Safety Initiative is drug recognition expertise. And particularly in Canada, where we're seeing a different legislative approach to illicit drugs, it's been a significant impact on Canadian policing, and the IACP has coordinated and structured all the drug recognition training, the expertise, and again, that allows us to share with international police subject matter experts to ensure that we have a robust program. And that's just one initiative in Canada where we're seeing the success and rolling out across other countries as legislation around drugs really changes into a modern framework.
What are some of the other issues that you see when you go around the world that are shared issues that maybe you don't realize that from a domestic perspective?
Well, one great example of that is the gender-based and domestic violence piece. Within North America, we have huge programs that we have set up and developed our training programs, very advanced, but other parts of the world don't see it that way. So you have to build into whatever programs that we deliver on domestic violence, for example, on the issues about how the culture, the local culture, is impacted by that. So that's where IACP really leverages that expertise. And then when we go into a new country and provide, whether it's leadership training, Women's Leadership Institute, whether it's domestic violence and gender-based violence training, you always dovetail that culture piece on top of it and the language. And we have developed a system within IACP to take whatever programs we have domestically and expand those worldwide.
I guess my last question is, we're all here in Dallas, sun shining. So why is it important for attendees here this week to get an understanding of the international role of the ICP?
Well, it's an opportunity to join, almost 18,000 of your colleagues from a global perspective, and there's no other program, public safety program, where the amount of opportunities to learn, to share, to engage the different themes, whether it's information technology, whether it's trust in policing, whether it's police reform, whether it's training or public information. There's so many different themes for police leaders to connect. We're also able to learn from each other and engage. And on the other side of that is also, from a trade show perspective, this is the global opportunity to see the new technology, the new equipment in policing. And so it's such an important piece mixed in with all of our committee work where we bring global leaders together. And so it's really, in many ways, I always view this as the MBA of policing, where it gets all of us together, where we can share, learn, and engage each other, but also actually recognize that we're in this together. And the I is really about the inclusive approach to policing globally.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us. We really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great week.
Thanks so much. Our pleasure.
Thank you.